fellow bookworms to Tibra's Den. My name is Whitney, and today I am doing the small booktuber tag. I was tagged by Jovana over at Serene Sloth. So if you're watching this, thank you so much for tagging me. Um, she is one of my favorite booktubers to watch. She's really down to earth and real, and I enjoy her energy for sure. And she also really is interactive, which I appreciate. She really makes me feel like I'm part of the community. When I comment on her videos, she always responds back um, with in-depth responses, not just like, oh, thank you for watching or anything like that, which I understand, people are busy. They don't have time to respond to all the comments, but I appreciate that interaction with her. And then she also comments on my videos and interacts with me there. So really enjoy her channel and then also enjoy the interaction, and she makes me feel like a part of the community for sure, including tagging me on this tag. So this tag in particular was done by Dai Kitty Reads. Her name is Ellie. This tag was actually created back in 2018, and she created it because YouTube changed its terms and conditions as far as monetization goes. So I didn't know this, but originally small channels could get monetized on YouTube. And so they changed that and kind of screwed over a bunch of people in the process, a bunch of smaller booktubers for sure. So she created this tag just to support some of the smaller booktubers in the community. And I don't know how well the tag did back in 2018, but I'm hoping we can spread it around now in 2022 and still show some love to smaller booktube communities. So let's go ahead and jump right in. The first thing is to introduce myself. So my name is Whitney. I am in my early 30s and I was recently diagnosed as autistic. I'm actually coming up to my anniversary, my year anniversary of being diagnosed. So that will be in end of April, beginning of May. I went through that process. And yeah, I love books. I love animals. I actually worked for a long time in the pet industry. I started off, working at a humane society, and then I worked at a dog boarding facility. And then from there, I spent almost a decade in the vet industry working as an assistant, and also did reception towards the end there when I was kind of getting burnt out and struggling a little bit. So I also did dog training on the side. Before that, I worked with my mom, kind of my first job essentially. My mom worked for a reining cow horse trainer, and I would work and pay for my horse's board and feed. So, animals have always been a big part of my life, but books have also always been there. Any spare moment, I was always reading as a kid. And somewhere along the way during adulthood, I kind of lost that. I still loved buying books and everything, but I just wasn't reading as much. And so, being burnt out, um, working in the veterinary field, and then getting married and all the changes that come with that led to my autism diagnosis and led me back to books. So that's kind of just a little synopsis of who I am and my brief life story there. So let's go ahead and move on to the next question, which is how long have you been on Booktube? So doing Booktube itself has been about 9 months. I started in June of 2021 is when I started doing a Booktube channel, and yeah, absolutely love it. Before that, I did do other videos actually on this channel. If you scroll way back, you can find those. But I did speed builds and create a sim for The Sims 4. I did those videos. I really love The Sims. I enjoy it so much. And I would watch Sims, you know, YouTubers all the time. And I really enjoyed that. It got me kind of used to talking, when there's nobody there, and editing and everything like that. So it was a learning experience. It's definitely not something I was passionate enough about to, maintain or anything like that, but it did get me comfortable, doing videos and such. I did also do a dog channel before that when I first quit the veterinary field back in 2019. I thought, well, maybe I'll do dog training videos. That just wasn't my cup of tea as much as I enjoyed dog training and such. It was too hard for me to engage with the camera and focus on the dog and everything like that. So I do still have that channel and I have some videos that are available, but I'm not actively making more videos or anything like that. So I've been around on YouTube for a little while, but only actively doing Booktube, like I said, for about 9 months. So, and then what types of videos do you make? So I make kind of a variety, but they're all obviously book based. I do a lot of, I guess they would be considered review videos. I don't consider them review videos because I'm just talking about the books that I read, but I do give them a review. This year I'm doing the CAWPILE rating system. I'll link the original creator to that down below as well. But I really enjoy that rating system, and so I do review them, like what they're about, what I enjoyed about them or didn't enjoy, and then I do give them a rating as well. So they are review videos. And then I also do, obviously the classics like book hauls. I'm just starting to get where I do kind of TBRs and wrap up videos. I've only done that like the last 2 months. I don't do a TBR game or anything like that yet. I probably will in the future, but my main goal this year is to get through the books I have on my shelf, and it's kind of hard to do a TBR game with what I have. So I do Throwback Thursday videos, which cover, right now some of my favorite childhood books, but that will eventually turn into a kids' corner. I also am doing an ABC author challenge, which is a lot of fun. It's kind of a stagnant it's just stagnant right now because I'm working my way through the Tenets of Time by Thomas Flanagan, which if you've been around my channel, you'll know I've been working on that book for a while. It's definitely a beast of a book, but that challenge I really enjoyed, like picking the books and everything like that, and now I'm just working my way through to complete them. So I do a little bit of stuff here and there as well, and then I do some tag videos and whatnot, but just a mishmash of videos, but all revolving around books. So, what do you love about Booktube? So, I like what I love, and what I like is that we can all come together and you can get inspiration for new reads and such. I like I don't love this, but I do like how they highlight, new releases and whatnot. But I love when a booktuber highlights maybe a book that's not popular on Booktube or Book Talk or Bookstagram, because I think often we see that like it's just shoved in our faces and you basically know the story before you ever pick up the book, and a lot of those books are just so hyped up, and then sometimes you're let down a little bit because it was so hyped up. So I love, and one of the focuses of my channel is finding those little hidden gems, maybe older books that you can just find and read, and also books that maybe fly under the radar for sure. So I love that Booktube covers that expanse. Like you have the ones that are really hyping up the new releases and these series that are really popular and whatnot. But then you also have these channels that highlight, lesser known books for sure. And I absolutely love that. Or books that maybe were, popular when it first came out, but just kind of fell off the radar and now are coming back. I love that there's just so many different tastes in the community, and that you can find so many different books to be inspired to read. Like, I absolutely love that. And I like that it's a small community and that there's ties between the booktubers and such. I think that's really cool. Like, you'll have one booktuber and they'll be mentioning another booktuber, and so there's a lot of support and such. It's not like a competition between the booktubers at all. It's a really great community, and you can find something for everyone within it. I like that people do read-alongs or readathons and read-alongs and buddy reads and everything like that. So, what books do you like to read? Again, I like to read a little bit of everything. My favorite author is Nora Roberts, which, she's considered a romance author, but, she does a lot of things beside that, especially in the later years. She does like a lot of fantasy based books and such. And so I like her a lot, but other than that, I'm not a huge romance reader. My grandma just recently gifted me her entire Danielle Steele collection, so I'm making my way through that. But I like fantasy, I like young adult books. I like books with a little essence of fantasy. I like, books that have supernatural natural aspects and such. I really love children's books and, like I said, young adult books and whatnot, which is why I do my Throwback Thursday books. And I like inspirational stories, thrillers. Are ones I enjoy when I read them, but not necessarily ones I gravitate to them. But I do like action packed like suspense books and such. I do enjoy those. I just kind of have a mix and match of books. Like I don't really stick to one genre. I like trying new authors and new books and just appreciating the story for what it is, no matter what genre it falls into. I do like horror in some instances, contemporary sometimes, literary fiction sometimes. Like it just depends. I really don't stick to a genre. I like a little bit of everything as long as the writing is good. I'm really character driven, so I like a lot of depth to the characters and a plot. Obviously, if it has a good plot line, it's going to be a little bit more enjoyable. Um, but I'm more character driven for sure. So just I like to try anything at least. So, and what is your favorite video that you've made? My favorite video is probably I love doing like the book of the month videos. I haven't been. I ended up DNFing the book of the month for February and I ended up not picking one for March. Things have been a little crazy this year. And so I definitely want to get back into those. Those are some of my favorite videos, but that's not my favorite. Like I don't have a specific one that's my favorite. My favorite like specific video that I did is probably my compilation video for my 25 days of Bookmas books. I loved, just filming those little clips every day. It was more kind of like a vlog style, which is probably not something I'm never gonna do is like vlog style videos. But that one was about as close as you could get. I, filmed my dog giving the dogs their advent calendar goodies every day, and then I opened a book a day, and then I compiled it all into a video. And I really enjoyed that. I thought it was a lot of fun, and I like seeing, getting a new book and seeing the excitement. Like, oh, this one sounds really good. I can't wait to read it. And even now, I have them all lined up, and there's so many I'm excited to get to. I'm actually reading them from least anticipated to most anticipated, so I can just see those. But I really enjoy creating those little like vlog style clips as I open the books and then sharing them. Putting them all together to share with you guys. I absolutely love that, and also along with that, my rating them from least anticipated to most anticipated. I love doing that video too. That was more like a classic video that I do here, and I absolutely love that. So that's probably the 25 Days of Bookmas videos are probably my favorite. Now I'm just doing reviews on the books as I read them, but I am planning on doing a video where after I read them all, I rate them from my favorite to my least favorite, which I can compare to which ones I anticipated enjoying the least to the most and see how that worked out. So, love doing those videos for sure. And then next up is to tag some small booktubers. So originally in the original tag video, she asked that you tag 4 people for channels that are a bit smaller and just show some support to them. So I went ahead and chose five. First up is Christine, and her channel is an autistic reader. And I picked her because obviously I wanted to support not only another small booktuber, but also another autistic creator. I think it's great when people can support people that have, you know, different neurotypes or disabilities, or are more marginalized, I guess. So I wanted to pick her right off the bat. So definitely go show her channel some support. And next is Brooke Reads, and I just found her channel recently too. I'm not really sure why it popped up or anything like that, but she doesn't have very many videos on her channel, but I really enjoyed the videos that she does have. Um, I think, again, just somebody who seems really down to earth. What I liked about her channel is that she does read books and talks about books that have more marginalized representation, and she does it very well. So she's not just, looking for representation for people of color or, LGBTQ representation or anything like that just because, oh well, we should support that. She's doing it because she really believes in it, and that comes across in the way she talks about these books and those issues that arise, when people are more marginalized. And I was actually watching her, and she reviewed the Kiss Quotient by Helen Huang. And one, it has Asian representation, but it is also has an autistic main character and was written by an autistic author. And I appreciated her bringing that narrative. I've seen that book pop up fairly regularly on Booktube, and I didn't even know it had an autistic character or was written by an autistic author because none of the Booktubers mentioned that. And so she doesn't shy away from that. Like, she talks about these issues. She recently read, oh, I forget the book name, but it's basically kind of a feminist book. Something about women don't owe you pretty or something like that. Go check out her channel, it'll be on there. But and just the way she talked about that, and how, like, she really appreciated this author's voice, and how she was trying to get at the struggles, not only women face, and how that affects, more marginalized communities on a whole, but how she would like the more marginalized voices had been included. And so she doesn't shy away from, talking about this. It's not just about the representation, she's actually talking about it. So I absolutely loved her channel. Love her channel. And so definitely recommend you go check her out. She is smaller, and like I said, she doesn't have as many videos, but definitely one to watch for sure. So next up is Kirby the Bookish Nurse, and she's just entertaining. She just has such a personality, and I don't know. She can kind of laugh at herself and whatnot, and I just really enjoy her videos. Like, I find her and her videos very entertaining. Um, and so yeah, definitely check out her channel as well. And then also a new channel that I found fairly recently is Marin. Her channel is Post-its and Pens, and she does a little bit of everything. So she does bookish content. I guess she does beauty. I don't really watch those videos because I don't care about that. I watch her bookish content. And then she's also a kindergarten teacher as well. So, again, I just like her. She has a very calm energy, and I just like listening to her talk about books. So I wanted to tag her as well. And then the next one is also somebody who has made me feel like a very big part of the community. And again, a lot of interaction there. When I comment on her videos, she really interacts with me back, and she leaves comments on my videos as well. And that is Emily Jean Blatt. She's actually the creator that I learned about the CAWPILE rating system from. She's not the one that created it, but I learned about it from her. So, um, again, she's just very real. And I love that. Like, nothing over the top. Like, the way she presents stuff is very real. Like, I love it. And so, and then she also kind of can laugh at herself and whatnot as well. And she does some of the more classic like booktube videos, but she also does it's a little bit different as well. So I tag her, and hopefully she's the biggest channel out of the ones I tag. So hopefully she'll do this tag and spread it around as well. So, but those are who I tagged. I'll leave them all linked down in the description below if you are interested in going to show some support to their channel. And that is it. I'll go ahead and leave you guys here. As always, happy reading, everyone. Bye.